The graphic in the middle of the slide shows what we are. Pictorially, whatever we do in education is education. Whatever we do is education. It's not preaching, it's not faith, it's education where you talk, you discuss, you argue, and you reason. Education is reason-based, not faith-based. That's one thing that we want to point out. And we're talking spiritual heritage of humanity, the whole humanity, including those people who are non-believers. Even they have purpose in life. Purpose in life is not based upon being a theist or an atheist. It is not based upon that. So what we do has to be meaningful and purposeful to the whole humanity. And how we do it? We are a small organization, incapable of such a big task, so we make a network of people to do it together. And this conference is meant to create that network. We invite people from different organizations, different religious backgrounds, different universities, and those people who are not connected with the universities, whosoever has got spiritual wisdom that is meaningful to everyone. We invite them here. This is the forum for them to come together and create curricula which is meaningful to everyone. Religion has got two faces. One is called spirituality. That is the foundation of religion. All religions start connecting human beings with human beings. But then what happens over history, human history is such that other things get mixed up with good ideas. And over a period of time, we develop doctrines which are potentially divisive. And those doctrines are used by political interests, economic interests, and everybody else. And people do not know what their religion is truly meant to do. In other words, they don't know the spirituality of their own religions. And the institutions don't take them there, because they have also become political tools. So, what we want to do, our effort, is to give people a chance to get to the core spirituality of their own particular religions. And the core spirituality of all religions being the same, it is very easily doable. And I've done a fair bit of study. I've spent first 10 years after creation of SHEN to do just that. And at the end of the 10th year, we started to have this conference. Because before that was my learning curve. I'm a slow learner. But by then I had learned that spiritual core of all religions is the same. And it has got nothing to do with theism or atheism. It is not dependent upon faith. It is science. Spirituality is science. It's critical reasoning, critical thought. And it is very didactic. You can talk about it, you can argue about it, you can reason about it, you can even measure things, just like you do in science. So that's what Spiritual Heritage Education Network is meant to do. The overall theme of our conferences is education to globalize the human mind, and it's a very general theme, and specific facets of that theme we cover from year to year. First of all, let me welcome you all, seekers of life and harmony. That's what brings us all here, and I extend to you my most hearty welcome. And my next task is to welcome these remarkable people to our board of directors. Dr. Ingrid Brand, Dr. Sanjeev Bedi of University of Waterloo, Ingrid Brand of University of Gulf, and Bart Bedford should have been a doctor. Some university will soon grant her an honorary PhD, I'm sure about that. And we also extend our best wishes to the board members that are going on sabbatical this year. Humaira Javed, she was a student at Boise in Toronto, a PhD student, and she also worked here part-time. Now she's got a young daughter to bring up, so she's busy in that. Vicky Brach, Vicky needs a break, but she's incapable of taking a break. She's been working like crazy for this conference.
Shiv, is that what happens to board members after the He's a tough chair.
And Dr. Peter Morris, the geologist, does a lot of work in Mexico. He puts us all to shame as far as health is concerned. He's very up in age. He's tall and he's very high up in age, so I won't need to say how many years old he is. These two gentlemen, Dr. Leslie, Jim Leslie, he was our founding secretary, professor of physics at the University of Waterloo. He passed away this year. And Dr. H.K. Keshwan, he was a founding visionary of our organization, professor of electronics, electrical engineering, and also systems design at the University of Waterloo, passed away since the last conference. And people that I have connected with deeply, and they are not there walking this earth these days. Swami Vedbharati passed away last year. He was my, I learned a lot of meditative sciences. He was my Dhyanacharya. And I had a personal connection with Dr. Swami Vedbharati. He lived in Rishikesh in India, and I spent 2 months with him. And Mr. S.N. Goenka, teacher of Vipassana meditation. I never met him, but I learned a lot from Vipassana meditation. He has 454 centers all around the world. You go there and you learn meditation for 10 days, and you live there and you eat there. And you meditate for 10 hours a day. And you do not pay a single cent until the last day. After you have experienced the learning, then you may donate whatever you wish. My Gyan Guru, you can say, he's the one who taught me spiritual science. And he gave me the direction about this organization. Now a little story, personal story. Harmony, the irony of harmony, you can say. I come from India, I'm a Hindu, and we all know Hindus are polytheists. We got a God in every corner of the street, every street. And at one time there were 33 million Indians, and there were 33 million gods. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. I was very confused when I compared ourselves with Muslims. I didn't know which God to turn to. And when I looked at them, they had only one God, and I thought, geez, that's great. One God, no problems. If you have any problem, you run to Him. Whereas I had to decide which one to run to. And that confusion gave me an edge that many people didn't have. I learned very easily that the people with one God have no harmony. Very broken family, monotheistic family of religions. They can't live together within themselves, let alone with others. And polytheistic people, that is what we are, all kinds of gods, we can live together with anybody. Even with the gods of the monotheistic people. You go to India, Indian homes, you'll find Christ there, you can find Muhammad, everybody. And many people commonly believe that Buddhism is not a theistic religion. We even have Buddha in every home. Buddhism may not be there in India, but a Buddha is there in every home, I'm told by Lenki Acharya. So, harmony without diversity is meaningless. Harmony is impossible in uniformity of form. It is meaningful and possible only in diversity of forms and oneness of the formless essence. The many gods that we have in Hinduism are various thoughts of God expressed in the form of an image or a picture or even a word image that we have. Any thought is finite, and God itself is infinite. The essence of all forms is formless. God is not our thought of God. If we say this is our God and this is your God, people who talk like that are delusionary people. They don't know that our thought is not God. God is something we can't even think about, let alone draw a picture of it or form an image of it. So there is one God, period. Although our thoughts of God are as numerous as us. 33 million people, 33 million gods. Harmony lies in deep understanding of the oneness of essence underlying the diversity of forms. Spiritual learning is listening, reflection, and contemplation of what you listen, let's reflect and contemplate on what you heard through this conference. Thank you very much.